Good morning, students. So we will continue from where we have left in the last class. Hope you have revised all the things regarding the functions. So today we will be doing some exercises from the book itself, that is Sumitra Arora. Okay, so I have been very selective in the problems, because if you are going to do this problem, hopefully you will be able to do the rest of the problems, and if any question arises after that, you can just mail me and we will just try to solve it again. Okay, so the first question here is, we have to find the errors. We have earlier done some type of programming that was clear. Now let us do what if the code is given and you have to find the errors. Okay, so the first question, it is of the book itself. It says a variable is declared, total 0, then semicolon, we have defined a sum argument. We are passing two parameters, argument 1 and argument 2. The total will be argument 1 and argument 2, the sum of argument 1 and again we are printing that total, and we are returning the total. So we are again writing, continuing the code, sum of, we are passing two parameters 10 and 20 and printing total. Okay, so what will be the error? Try to visualize the code running. Okay, then only you would be able to visualize it, and you would be able to arrive at the correct solution. Okay, the first thing is, in Python we are well aware that there is no semicolon. So here comes the first error. Okay, and in the, now if you move on to the next line, we have defined sum, then argument 1 and argument 2 are being passed. So this indentation error is again there, so that is another error. Okay, so I have written the correct code. So the correct code would be like this: total of 0, total is assigned a value 0, and then we are defining a function, say sum, argument 1 and argument 2 are being passed. Total is again whatever it is, the sum of argument 1 and argument 2, printing that particular value total, whatever we have got in the previous line, and returning that particular value total to wherever that the function would be called. Again, now coming out of the function, we are writing sum of 10, 20 and print total. So what would be the output? The output would be whatever is the print. Okay, so when we will run the code, it will first go to total, then definitely it will not be run at that particular time. It will only run when this particular function is being called. Okay, so it will move on to sum 10, 20. 10, 20, so this 10 and 20 are the parameters. Now it is being called, the function is being called. So 10 and 20 are being passed as argument 1 and argument 2. The total is 10 plus 20, that is 30, that is passed, and that particular 30 would be stored in this particular value, and we are returning that particular total. Okay, so this print will come into place. So for that we have 30, and again we are printing in the next line, we are printing total. So this total will be taking the value of this value total, because once we are coming out, there is nowhere that this total can be tracked up. Okay, so this total is definitely of this one, so the output would be 30 and 0. Let us move on to the next problem. Again we have another def total dot, and we are passing one number, sum 0 for c in range 1 to num plus 1, return sum plus is equal to C, return sum. So what is the error? We are trying to find the error. So what would be the error? The first thing is that we are not passing any colon there. Okay, so that one with the first one. We are initializing sum is equal to 0, and this indentation error is also there. Sum is equal to C from range 1 to number plus 1. That means whatever number is being passed, we have to limit it to starting from 1. We will limit it to that particular number. Suppose we are passing 4, so it will start from 1 and it will end at 4 plus 1. That means it will go up till only 4. If it is 1 to 6, that means it will go from 1 to 6. Okay, if the number passes 6, it will go from 1 to 6. Okay, sum is equal to, either we can write sum is equal to sum plus C, or else we can write sum plus equal to C. Both are the same. And now coming out of this function, there was an error earlier in this one. This return is in capital letters, so it should be reduced to this one, small return, and then print total of 3 and print total of 6. Okay, so when we'll passing this value again, so the 3 will, it will find the sum till 3, and for this one it will find the sum till 6. So for 3 it will come as 6, and for 6 it will come as 21. Okay, now we'll move on to the next one. What would be the output of this particular? Suppose in a particular function, say it is written in function, there are many functions, and a part of the function goes like this: add emxyz, print of x plus y plus z. That means it will first do the sum of whatever is being passed, and it will print that particular function. What will be the following function? Print when it is called, it is doing the same thing. It will return the value of x plus y plus z and print that value particular again. So now let us find the output for this particular. Now since now we have moved on from errors, now we are moving on to finding out the output. Now let us find out the output of this particular thing. So num is 1. We are defining one function, myFun, then returning num, print myFun, and print num. What would be the output? Try to guess what would be the output. Okay, print num. Okay, so it will print this num. Okay, and then one print my function. So this my function would be called return num. So inside we are returning, so it will now this num is different from this num, so there will be an error at some memory location. So it will show as error as my function at some memory location, and print num, it will again print this particular value. Now if we move on to the next one, again num1, define my function, num10, return num, print my function, print num. So what it will do, it will again try to start printing from where the print is. So the first print num, so it will give you 1, so 1 is there. Print my function, it will go to the my function, so here it is my function. Now 10 and return 10, so it will return 10 wherever my function is being called. Here my function is being called, so it will return 10, so 10 is there, and print again num. So okay, so let us see the particular these are also some of the other problems. You can pause the video, you can look into it and try to find. If you are unable to find, just let me know, we will try to solve it. We will see the running code of this particular thing. So it would be like, Here you can see it is clear. Okay, we'll run the code. Okay, you can see it is same as that one.